All right. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Victor Allen's New Sports. Written and directed by the bald-headed black man, the man the ladies have nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. Rub his head and make a wish. Remember to dress appropriately. Sports bras, that's right. And jock straps, that's on everybody. That way we can all be confused together. And now it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for sports. And here's Victor!
A lot of yelling, man.
Yeah!
I know everybody goes like this, man. Mario got that energy. He's way up here.
Yeah!
And when Victor comes down, he kind of dries it out. Goes kind of slow. Yeah, I can't help it, man. It's just the way it goes. But, you know, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. Whenever somebody gets revenge or want to get back at you, they could do it with words, actions, or both. But when you have a certain swag, you just sit back and give them the neck and the head and the eyeballs, right? And so when you do that, you make sure that they are staring at you, they looking at you, and you're going, I'm back. The only thing is missing in this one right here is that, you know this, Mario. I'm just going to say it this way. I'm going to say it this way, and I don't mean any offense. One day we're going to hear Tiger curse one time. He's going to do it one time. I wanted to just hear him say, I'm back, bitches. That's all I want to hear him say. And just break the
He's saying it is a lot while he ain't on the air.
I want him to just say, I'm back, bitches. That's it. But I know they got him pristine, clean, and that's his philosophy. One of the rare cats that sit back and just go keep it.
Down low. That's his philosophy.
You know why
you
you
on the down low, hide all that freaky shit.
No. He's beyond.
Mr. Porn Man.
No. He's beyond. You got to let it go, man. Because do you want people to remember how you were or how you are?
Huh?
See, that's what I'm saying. All right. Hey, look. I'm not going to give you guys all the updates. Everybody knows he's back. They are going to talk about the whole thing, winging his fifth Masters jacket, the whole 9 yards. Now they're going to do all the speculating. Is he going to win another one? But what I wanted to do is let you know, I think I took for granted something, and this is not about re-reporting. It's about knowing that there's two sides of the fence here when you in professional sports. Let me tell you what happens when you affect the market. Just my guess. If you ever watch, basketball, baseball, maybe baseball is more upfront about it. But basketball and football, they don't want you to know if somebody is injured, in certain sports, because they don't want the strategy and they don't want anyone to actually try to predetermine what's going to happen. So they slowly may release it, may take its time. With Tiger, I underestimated how severe and how many surgeries, and to think how long he had to fight that until you hear someone talk about when you go to your back, you can't turn left, you can't walk, you can't turn right. And to hear him literally say, I couldn't walk. I think the person in this room who could relate with that is you. And
definitely.
And then try to apply that at a professional level to go out and perform when most people weren't getting the information from Tiger on the specificities of his injury. So what we did is took oh man, you know what? This is what happened. Most of us said he got an awakening when he had the incident that dealt with, of course, his ex-wife. But man, this dude went through multiple surgeries. So to look at that, I look at him in a different context. Here's the other thing. Why didn't they release all that information in specifics, as opposed to him taking on the hits that he just can't play? And so people were collapsing on him, saying, you know what? He ain't going to win no more. He's done. Here's my guess. You can help me with this, Mario. If you haven't been able to play for such a long time because of injury, has his body been preserved? And is there a chance that it's healthier now, even though he's 43? Or is it taking its toll? And it may come to catch up with him because he's not anywhere near physically what he used to be. Based on what you know, what do you think?
Well, and let me start off by saying congratulations to Tiger for what he's accomplished. Congratulations for coming back, because those are major injuries. And when you think about it, Vic, the twisting, unnatural motions that are part of that golf swing have got to be incredibly painful.
Torque.
with a back.
Yeah.
Because the whole twisting, turning.
Right.
Now, what do I think about the win? After congratulating him, I've said that players in any sport, as we age, are going to have declining performances, but they're going to have those days, those moments where they recapture the past. They just can't do it consistently. As ball players start to decline, they still will have those wonderful outcomes where they'll muster a performance that reminds you of their days of greatness in ways that almost make you want to tear up. But they are just that. They are blips on the way down as you do a natural decline during your age. But for those moments when you can muster forth the will, the way to recapture your old self, and I say that to any of us, whether it's sports, singing, dancing,
whatever,
and whatever you're doing, when you are able to recapture in that moment your old self, it is a moment of magic and therefore to be celebrated and embraced. So for Tiger, Vic, what we got to do was to enjoy one of his moments of magic where he could return to the glory that he had established before, and so wonderful for him. And I hope he gets one or two more on the way.
Right.
But God bless him, Vic. But definitely to me, it is one of those moments of magic when you recapture your old form.
Right.
As you get older.
And it says something else, too, because you're talking about 43.
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking about 43, which puts him at an age where he's already accomplished something. And he's, just recently, he had to pace himself. And we're talking about this year, had to pace himself because I don't believe he's 100%. I believe he's recovered. And I think his body now has to get used to at a different pace. And I think he will get better over time because he fully hasn't had a year. It's like the basketball players, like Gordon Hayward, and I can't compare golf to basketball, but it's like with Gordon Hayward. The year after he came back from his injury, it's taking him a full season just to get to normalcy. And he's even said, he says, you just don't want to go out there and have it happen again. So I can imagine that Tiger's in the back of his head going like this. I'm not what I used to be. I can't swing with reckless abandon. I'm going to have to temper myself, be a better putter, sit back and now pace myself. Because at 75 or 80%, I'm still better than most of the guys out here if I operate at that level. But if he tries to go back to the physical Tiger Woods back in the day, no, it's not the same, and I agree with you.
Yeah, another thing is that even as he recuperates, Vic, it's not like when you recuperate and you're younger, when you get done recuperating, you still have a body that's youthful.
Right.
When you recuperate and you're older, not only do you recuperate back to a body that's aging, but one that has aged more in the time it took you to recuperate.
Right.
While you were rehabilitating,
right.
the effect of age was taking way more of an impact than previous times in your life. So,
right. Yeah. Celebration. Love the family was there, the whole thing.
He's got the jacket.
He's got it. I'm just going to do this, and I don't mean this in a bad way. I'm going to just say, Tiger, come on home. You know what I mean by that, right? Just come on home. Just come on home, man. Just you got to let it go, bro.
Shave that head.
Yeah, just let it go. You know?
Shave. Vic's trying to say
just let it.
Tiger should shave the head. There's a picture of him right now.
Come on home. Just, you got to let it go.
I got to find some of Vic's flat top pictures.
You do.
He has the flat top hair.
Hey, man, you know what? No comment. Let me go over to the. Let me give you relative to what is happening here. The last major that Tiger Woods won was in 2008. The last Masters was 2005. Well, when we go to 2008, what was happening during that time to let you know how far back and how long it's been? So I took you over to the first one, which was historical. Usain Bolt. The year that he slammed the 100 meters and 200 meters, the Olympics. And I'm going, oh my God, that's 2008. Some other things that was happening while
time flies.
Right. And tell me which one is more significant to you as it relates to how we use it in the culture today? Airbnb founded. That was also in 2008. Obama wins presidency. Ooh, first African American. The $700 billion corporate banking bailout.
Welfare for the rich.
GPS on iPhone 3G and notebooks. First year. Breaking Bad. Dang, Breaking Bad. That's just amazing. I thought it was more recent. Created on January 20th. Elon Musk launched his first private spacecraft, which was Falcon 1. Out of the ones that I just listed there, what do you think history will remember first and foremost? It's kind of obvious.
Obama wins presidency.
Right. Okay. Now, here goes the second one. What's second?
700 billion corporate banking bailout. Welfare for the rich.
You think the average person is going to remember that?
No, but over the other ones, they're not going to remember Elon Musk's first private spacecraft.
Right.
They're not going to remember Breaking Bad.
Right.
And they're not going to even know what GPS is.
You think it's garden, private?
So there you go. Airbnb, they might, but they're not going to remember when it was founded.
I always say the most recent thing tends to be the thing. Airbnb is used quite a lot. I would say that after Obama. Yes, definitely. Definitely those two. But other than that, that just lets you know where it was at the days of looking back. So, hey, just want to let you guys know, were you there? I was going to go back to 2005, but Lord have mercy. It was so much stuff totally different. All right, back to Lakers vibrations. There's 4 people in that picture. Now there's just 2. It's just 2. Let me say it again. It's just 2. All right. So here's the question. I already said this before. I said Luke signed to be new coach of Sacramento. I don't even think he got to sleep overnight, a full night's sleep. By the time they listed the news that it was a mutual agreement that they
Quick resigning.
Boom, he's already there, which means to me, Jenny Buss, you would like to have her in your corner.
She's a good person.
Yeah, they ran this through already.
She's a good person.
And said, look, we'll just say mutual. You go out, take care of yourself. We're going to make some moves. We're going to have to start afresh. And they're right about Magic Johnson. If anybody expected him to sit back and do this a full-time job where they said just the position.
He got the Dodgers.
He can't do it, you guys. Magic is a name. It's good, but he's a human being. And don't expect that from him. But what I do expect that you can't use him when you're not trying to do your best. And if there are any backstabbing going on, clean them out. That's just my opinion. I'm not.
Clean them out.
Clean them out. Clean them out. So, with that being said, what's the next major move, man? Because now everybody's getting what they want. They're going, well, Magic's not there full time. Luke, we need to change. Next move. Well, let's go look. There was 3. Now there's 2. Neither one of these people are on the Lakers right now. Who's the best? And is this the short list and the only list? So you got Monty Williams, God bless his soul, getting over the tragedy with his wife and the loss and everything. Tyronn Lue, and if you want to be able to check the records, take a little glance at the record as far as their coaching history. They have short stints, which to me with Tyronn Lue, I'm kind of shocked because his stints have playoffs all in them. First year, took over half season, NBA championship. Next few years, 2 years, lost in the NBA finals. So 3 of his 4 years, man, his resume is strong. So I'm kind of shocked that he's not in the league. Monty, different, of course. Basically, been in the playoff first round and missed on playoffs in the following years. Who do you think is best suited to set what they call the culture of success? There's coaching, and then there's culture. Anybody you prefer between these two?
Wow. I don't know because the dynamic seems to be mostly LeBron and the coach.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So I guess it's Tyronn Lue. See, well, that's not answering your question.
Right.
See, I don't know your answer to your question. It seems that the narrative is being shaped by the relationships of LeBron, of course, and which person he wants.
Yeah.
And I've heard, which I don't know if it's true, you may have heard differently, Vic, that he wants Tyronn Lue.
Well, let me say this. Tyronn was able to come in that first year and set a standard that changed the flow and the results of what they're getting, whether it's from a culture, a coaching, and he was an assistant coach too, so he got to really see the dynamics and everything. Yes, I think Tyronn Lue, former Laker player as well, will be the one you prefer if that's the two that they're looking at. Right now, that may be it. So does he know how to win? One thing I have to admit, under Tyronn, they played some defense, man. They played defense. Now, of course, they had different cast of characters. With that being said, we're going to do our best to project with what we don't know. How many games the Lakers win next season? Now, I'm going to show you how bad I was this season. The season before this season, they won 35 games. I predicted that this season passed, they win 12 extra games. Bad. I'm off by 10. They won
I predicted more.
Yes, you did. You did. You went. We all lost on that. Going forward right now with what you don't know, do they hit next year? Do they win between 45 and 50 games?
Yes. I'll say it again. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to say this. Every team that you see playing now, they're still young. They're getting better. And they're getting better. A couple of teams, maybe not, but they're getting better. All right. Shocking. Which team is probably going to stink up the joint in the first round in the Eastern Conference? Was it a fluke? Everybody said be prepared for Brooklyn, as they, of course, shocked Philly with a Joel Embiid who's not fully healthy. And then, of course, San Antonio grabbed the home court with Denver. Everybody predicted that their lack of experience will catch up with them, and you can see it. This is that part about young players where they sit there and say, that talent is wonderful, but when you get into the playoffs, you need that IQ level raised up and play smart ball. Then you have Orlando, who just, everybody said, be careful of Orlando. Here's these teams already.
That's right.
Which team do you think is more susceptible to being knocked out as a lower seed?
Toronto.
You think Toronto? Man, that would be... What will be more, to me, what's more shocking? Toronto getting knocked out or Philadelphia?
Philadelphia, but I don't think that Philadelphia is going to get knocked out.
You don't think so?
We'll see. Let's see. Well, it's already shocking, right?
Right.
Everything's shocking.
Right.
I can't believe that either team will continue to play as badly as they did in this first game. However, you know, I'm a person who has said before that Lowry on Toronto disappears in the playoffs, and I'm just saying, I didn't even realize there was zero.
Yeah.
0 points.
Worst game, and he can't go nowhere but up. 0. Now, would that make the difference? Well, they lost by only a few points.
Anything makes a difference. 0.
Right, man. Right. So, look, am I liking what I see with Brooklyn? Yes, I am. They're doing a lot with maybe lesser talent, but it's the example of what they say. You don't need always star players to show all your hustle. Orlando, everybody said fear. Now, let me just say this other one. I'm not knocking on this team. Man, you're talking about it. This is how bad it was. I'm not going to tell you who said this. When they talked about Milwaukee and Detroit, he says, how many games before it's over? The joke was 3. They say they won't, and they said if Blake Griffin comes back, it'll go to 4. That's how bad it is. I feel so bad for Detroit. Because to lose nearly by 40 points, and then you watch the game, this is where they have overwhelming talent, and no matter what you do, how do you coach the team to do better?
Well, you have to have a bunch of fight in that dog, Vic.
Yeah.
You know, fighting and beating people who are better than you occurs on the days that you want it more than they do. Typically, the issue is that they don't get up for you, you know, and then you have a chance to sneak something on them. But I guess that didn't occur.
Look, everybody already said the Clippers are going to be swept. I'm not sure. I believe the Clippers can grab one. I'm trying to look for Detroit to grab one. And the only way I know that is going to happen is if the players between the first quarter and the second quarter lay on the floor and go to sleep. I see no other way of it happening. And this is one of those where you go, will any of their players step up and shine? This is where you say, here's the players you guys want to be starters. You want to be in the spotlight. You want to be there. This is your life. They could do a little bit better. And now here it is, that coach that used to be on Toronto, he has to take on this and go, oh my God, bad timing. I only have Blake Griffin. So I feel bad for him. But
well, they could get swept, but they're not the only one. I think if you look at the whole group you put up here, the only other team that could get swept in this first round is Utah, right? I mean, I don't think anybody else is going to be a sweep in any other series.
Yeah.
But Houston could sweep Utah.
They could. The obvious sweeps are going to look like Clippers, of course, Pistons. If there's another team, yeah, maybe. But I think Utah's a different beast in Utah. Okay. I got to go to this next one because, you know, Game of Thrones is back, y'all. Season premiere kicked in. Everybody's on it. And I always want to show you something when they say, who's the world's strongest man? So I'm going to take you back up here. When you look at, you know, when I sit back and say Hapthor, Bjornnson, middle name Julius, that's 994 pounds deadlift. He has been the world's strongest man in 2014, 15, 17, 18, and 19. The world's strongest man. Now, he played on Game of Thrones between 2014 through 2017. In an interview, he said, point blank, I took steroids.
No shit. No shit.
Wait a minute.
Oh, his woman took some to save her pelvis.
Wait a minute. See, you did it. Now, you said no, as it's okay. I'm saying, is it irrelevant? Is it really irrelevant? I mean, I don't know if it...
The public doesn't care. From what I was reading, the public doesn't care. The use is so prevalent,
right,
that they just don't seem to care.
If he comes back on Game of Thrones and they interview him again, they said, "Did you take steroids while you were off?" And he says, "Yep." You still go watch the show?
Can I get some? Yeah, I'd be like, can I get some? I need to take me some steroids.
Right,
Shit.
you gonna watch it?
I think I'm gonna go beef up. I might have to go take me some.
Look, let me say this, man. I'm saying,
yeah.
If there was ever a shirt that represented the truth, is his shirt representing the truth?
Yeah, he's doing some nice shopping, carrying some bags for his honey.
Listen, strong mother, and I go, you know what? Anybody gonna debate with that? And here's the other thing I didn't know about him, man. He's 6'9". He started off playing basketball. So how he got to this point, I ain't mad. But let me just say this. Irrelevant to me. Man, I hope you come back. I hope they pick you back up, bring you back into another season.
Yeah.
He's doing some of his own stuff. I ain't going to be mad at him. But, dude, when you walk around with that shirt, you are a strong motherfucker. All right, man. I'm out. Yeah. It's about, man.
All right, everybody.
Done, man. Oh, God. You know, hey, it is what it is, man. He just got to, keep it real, and he kept it real.
That's right. We all going to be buffing up. Where can I get my steroids? I can look better next week. Victor Allen's New Sports. Everybody out there. Todd, Marvin, Rosie. Come on, y'all. Do we need to take some steroids? Get us some muscles.
I
want some muscles. Yeah, Big Al's New Sports. Recurring segment of Morning Cover with Mario. You know how we do it. We get ready. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.